Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Arely and this is Arely Budgets. Today we are doing a review of our 2024 goals, and this little reminder has served us well, but now it's falling apart, but that's okay because we are in a whole new year. So quick recap. These were my goals from 2024. Pay off $24K on my condo mortgage, save $2,000 for condo upgrades, save another $2K for home upgrades, add $1,000 to my emergency fund, and add $1,000 to car maintenance. Did we accomplish them? Yes. Yes. I hope I get all the yeses in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 goals. Yes, all 5 were accomplished. I want to make a note that this 24K was not like savings. It was, most of it was savings, but also like through regular payments. I wanted to pay off in total 24K. We actually ended up paying 25K. We started the year at 48 and my goal was to cut it in half to 24, and we are there and then some. So I don't want to get too far ahead into 2025 before I break down these goals. Let me do some quick math here. So I think in total we were able to save 18,000, and then 6,000 was through regular payments, for a total of 24,000, and then 18,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 from the others. So yeah, in total we did save $24,000 in 2024, which is amazing. Most of these savings were, I want to say, savings challenges, and then making regular, most of it's savings challenges, honestly, which obviously comes from my paycheck, because it's not like I'm pulling money from additional sources. No, that's not how it works. But I do set aside some money from each paycheck to go towards savings challenges, and then once I have like a good amount, I kind of distribute those savings to where they need to go. But let's talk a little bit about the condo, because I'm sure that's what you guys are interested in. And I did have like a sort of tracker. I apologize, it's not as beautiful as Melissa's. She did an incredible job. I think I want to replicate what she's doing so it could be like more presentable, but this is what I had going. I will briefly go over it. This is like the second attempt at recording this video. The first time I felt like it was a hot mess, so I'm hoping this is a tepid mess. But I won't bore you with every single detail. Let me know if you want to be bored and I will upload that previous version. But I did want to say that we had some bumps along the road and we had some blessings along the road. Hi guys, this is Editing Arely here. I decided to jump in because I just spoke of bumps along the road and blessings, and then I get sidetracked, and rather than record the video for a third time, I decided to just jump in here and get to the bumps and blessings. I will probably cut some of this out because I just go off on a tangent. But basically the bumps and blessings is, and I'll talk about this once I resume the video. Basically the bump, there were two. One was that I wasn't receiving the income I was expecting to receive from the condo, which I rent out. It's not a whole lot, but it was enough to cover the mortgage fully. and now I'm not receiving half of that, which meant that I had to put some of my money from my regular paychecks to cover that. But the blessing was that I had a loan to fall back on for a short period of time. It was enough to cover, I want to say, a good 6 months, maybe 8 months. So thankfully that was there, and that helped me out a lot. The other bump on the road was that the mortgage on my home went up significantly, and I no longer was able to save additional money, at least not what I wanted, to go towards this condo payoff. But, I did some shenanigans. I will go into more detail now. I think the only thing that I wanted to add was that at the end of the year, I was at $60,000 balance, but I had made a $12,000 payment, which didn't hit until January. So technically I was at 60K at the top of the year, but really I was at 48K. And my goal was to pay off half of that 24K. And here I am showing you how I was going to do that. Regular payments, $500 through regular payments, $12,000 towards $500 in additional payments that would go towards the principal, which I did. Like I said, thankfully I had that loan to fall back on, and then I needed to raise another $6K through various options. Most of that was magic months where I was able to throw more money at it, my tax refund, and savings challenges. Okay, so I think I will resume the video and discuss in more detail those bumps along the road. And yeah, bye. All of this is referencing my condo. Probably should have started off with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I was getting rental income from that condo in 2022, and I expected that rental income to continue coming in so that I wouldn't have like any glitches. Yeah, newsflash, it didn't work out that way. In February, I rent this out to my daughter, and she had a roommate, and her roommate decided to move out. So I wasn't gonna, put the entire, basically bump up my daughter's rent. I was not gonna do that. So thankfully I had a loan with a small interest to fall back on, and that's how I was able to continue saving the $500 a month while I dipped into my own money to cover my own W-2 money to cover, the mortgage difference. So that's how I was able to save $500. The other hiccup that I had was that I think in October, my mortgage increased on my home. There was an escrow shortage, and yeah, if you've been following along, you know that it was a drastic increase. And by that time, the funds had already also run out on the loan. But this was in October, and I was so close. Like, I could see the finish line. I was so close to completing my goal that I was like, I had to come up with a plan. So $6,000 through regular payments, $12K. I had to make adjustments on this portion because, like I said, things just, weren't panning out as I'd hoped. But I made the adjustments, and then I saved an additional $6K through other options like magic paychecks, where I throw additional money at that. My tax return also went towards this, or at least part of it. And then savings challenges. I remember I completed the 50 envelope challenge, and all of that went, or I would say probably 90% of that went to this. So that's how I did it. This is a quick recap. February was pretty much the same. Like I said, I kept adding like additional like mini payments to zero out. March was pretty much the same. April, May, June. Yeah, I don't see any June, July. Nothing different up until July, where I was able to add $12,000. And like I said, this was from $500 from my regular paychecks, and I think I had like probably half of it was rolling over from 2023. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, $12,000 from additional savings. And you will see that once I made that $12,000 payment, like in July, $481 was going towards my principal, and then after making that $12,000 payment, $525 was going into that principal. So that making that big lump sum payment really bumped my principal payment up and lowered my interest. Only $114. September the same. October, this was when I was like really struggling, and I had to like really put my thinking cap on, because at this point I said only $6,500 more to go to reach my goal by the end of the year. And I was like, how do I do this? So I came up with a plan, because like I said, I no longer had like additional income coming in, not from, you know, my rental property, the condo, and not from the loan that I was using to cover that loss. So I had saved like $1,000 for my escrow for my home, but since my home was pretty much out of control with the escrow, I decided to throw that savings towards my condo, which I did that. $1,000, 500 and 500. This was, yeah, the last of the loan that I had in October, and then $250. I figured I was kind of behind on my savings, so I figured I'd just on my savings challenges, so I figured I'd put that money directly towards my condo. I did get a magic pay. I threw additional $500 there, and creative ways of coming up with extra money. I decided to put all the interest earned from my sinking funds, my high yield savings accounts. I decided to gather up all that interest, and they made approximately $250. I think it was like $230, and the rest, you know, I deposited some coins. I got creative with this, because yeah, there was no other way around it. I think I read somewhere something about how did it go? Like, remain focused on your goal, but flexible on how you get there. Something along those lines. So yeah, definitely I would recommend 100% do that. Like I said, I had a plan and it wasn't working out, so I had to get creative. So that's how I was able to get additional money. November I made the regular payment. December I made the regular payment. I also had like look at December's payment, $29,344.52. And I was like, I knew that I had $6,000 coming in from being able to save, because at this point I had not made these payments, these $500 monthly payments. They were sitting in a checking account earning interest. So I knew that I had the $6,000 coming and that it would put me down considerably. So I decided to make a bigger additional payment. You know, typically I was making $20, $50, $70, whatever. I decided to make a bigger payment to really knock this down to $29,000. So I used the money that's been sitting in my checking account as a buffer for $344.52. That knocked it down to $29,000. I made that $6,000 payment from the savings that I'd been doing. And at the end of 2024, I was at 23,000. So I actually made $1,000 extra than my goal. My goal was to be at 24K at the end of 2024, and I went down all the way to 23K. Yay! So exciting. So I hope that wasn't too messy for you guys. Yeah, pretty bad at explaining these things. I'm gonna try to do like a better job in 2025. But yeah, quick recap: 2024 starting balance 48,000, ending balance 23,000. That means I paid a total of 25,000 in 2024, which I think is pretty amazing. So my 2025 goal is to pay off the remaining 23,000. And let's figure out our other goals together. And I hope this isn't too messy. I kind of have some ideas in my head, but then I show up here and then I completely forget everything. This is a new notebook, by the way. This is a new notebook that I'll be using in 2025. Pretty. This is like a leathery, pretty sure it's not leather, but it does have that texture, and it's just got some pretty flowers. I buy all my notebooks from, like, what is it, Marshall's, Home Goods, those sort of stores for like $7.99. So yeah, I guess it comes from the brand Fringe. They don't all come from that brand, but yeah, this one did. So 2025 goals. $20 2025 goals: pay off the condo, which is $23,000. Scary, but not really, because I already paid off 25K in 1 year. So yes, I had some help because, you know, I had like a loan, you know, assisting me. I don't have that this year. I can't, but I do have like other blessings. I'm like debating whether to reveal this or not, because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I also kind of like don't want to blindside you. But let's just say that I'm expecting 10K in bonus money. And of course, I will be making regular payments. And many additional payments like I've been doing. And this will put me about halfway there the rest of the way. Like, I have kind of an idea, but let's just leave that as, you know, so you guys can be surprised when I get there. But like, I am serious about this debt. I am serious about paying this off. And honestly, it says 2025 here, but I'm gonna put it in writing. Yep. You see it here. My goal is to pay it off in the first 4 months of the year. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Kind of do. I know it's like a little far-fetched, a little extreme, but I am serious about this and I want it gone. One, because I don't want to continue making payments on it, like regular mortgage payments on it. But two, once I pay it off, whatever income, rental income I get from that property, it's gonna be additional source of income versus that going to pay off the loan. So I am ready to be at that stage in my life. And of course, once I don't have to make payments on it, that frees up that money for other goals. So cheer me on, you know, have some faith, keep your fingers crossed, say a prayer, whatever you want to do. But yeah, guys, I need your good vibes. This is happening. Goal number 2. What is goal number 2? I don't know. I almost want to like quit after this, because that's a pretty big goal right there. Let me think a minute. Okay. The big one that comes to mind is LASIK. I guess it's not quite a financial goal, but it is, because I have to save up money for it. I don't want to incur additional debt. So LASIK, I did save, or will be saving money through, I think it's called an HSA, health savings account through my job. So that's $1,000 in my account. I want to save an additional $1,000. I would have liked to have done that last year, but again, I had bigger priorities. But I want to make this a priority this year, where I want to get my LASIK surgery done. I'm tired of wearing glasses. My eyesight keeps deteriorating, and yeah, this needs to happen. I did have like a mini consultation, and they basically said I need to do it ASAP, because, you know, the older that I get, you know, the less of an ideal candidate I am. So let's get this done this year. And then 3, I almost feel like these are blah goals after, you know, knocking this one out. But I need to save up for tech, because my phone has been failing, so I need to save $1,000 for that. Like stretch goals, you know, get me out of my comfort zone. I would like to add another K to my emergency fund, and another K to my car maintenance fund, which is basically a car emergency fund. And I don't know, I feel like I need a third stretch goal. What should we do? I don't know. Let me think about it, but I think we're gonna leave it as is for now. Or leave your suggestion down below. What else? What are some of your stretch goals? I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have like any questions regarding how I paid off, or how I saved the 2024 in the 24K in 2024. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions on my 2025 goals. And yeah, I hope you guys follow me on my journey in 2025. If you made it this far, please, pretty please hit the like and the subscribe button. I hope that you would follow me along in this journey. And thank you for being here. Take care. Bye.